6 rounds. We are now here in Denver. It's time for the league finals. My name is Liam Lonsdale. Welcome to the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup, and welcome to Denver. Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Denver, Colorado. Look at that blue sky. It's absolutely stunning. We are live for the final of the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup. It's the men's and women's lead. Now, before we get underway here, there's a couple of things worth noting. The eagle-eyed amongst you, if you were keeping your eyes on the results, will have seen that Gordon MacArthur was out of the finals, and then for about 30 minutes, he was in the finals, and then sadly the decision was repealed and he was back out of the finals. It's due to a technicality in the rules. I'll talk a little bit about that in more detail during the finals, but after narrowly missing out, we did catch up with Gordon for an interview and to learn more about his return to form after retirement 2 seasons ago.
Less than 12 months ago, I retired. I was fed up, I was tired, I was broken. You know, I left halfway through the season. We were in Mongolia, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Emotionally, physically, mentally. It had been 10 or 12 years, and I just wanted to go home. So I retired. I made the decision to retire. And then one day, midsummer, I'm having a barbecue in my backyard, and my wife said, "So how are you feeling with retiring?" And she knew I had that look in my face, and I was like, I don't know if I feel very good about it. And literally days later, my athlete manager from OR, Christian, called me and said, "Hey, I've got this really cool news." He says, "We've just become the title sponsor of the World Cup Tour." He said, "We've got one small problem. We don't have any athletes except for you. So I kind of need you to come back." I think one of the coolest things about coming to Denver is that one of my main sponsors, OR, they're the sponsor. They're in the thick of it, and to be able to share my passion with them and to be able to show them what I've been doing for the last 10 years, I'm just so grateful for them to give me this opportunity. It's going to be really special to share it with them. Looking after myself at 39 years old, I think back when I started, you know, I was 27 or 26. You definitely feel lighter and faster when you're younger, and you have to adapt. Are you at a disadvantage? No, but you have to figure out how to fill the gap between young and old in a different way. But I find that sometimes passion trumps logic. I guess my goal is just to finish. You know, like whether it be the first round, the second round, or the third round, I just want to finish with confidence. And if you can find that moment where you climb and you're satisfied with it, you know, like my best result ever was 4th place, and it was like winning because I'd finally reached a moment where I climbed to my potential. You know, like Sauspe, for instance, a month ago, you know, I think I came 17th, but that didn't matter. You know, I'd never made the second round Sauspe in 10 years. Every other venue, no problem, but something about Sauspe was cursing me. So just to get through the next round, I'd won already. That was it. Like I could have retired right there and then. So I guess the same thing with Denver is just to have the opportunity to climb well and be happy with that as opposed to being disappointed. It's really hard to put words to it, but I feel that I'm driven by a passion that tells me you don't need to give up. You don't need to say it's too hard, because there's something that's there that's saying that you can do this and you can finish this. I guess it's that never-ending balance of it's never complete, there's always more. And I think it started with climbing, and it's a weird feeling, but I was able to draw from that and pour that into life, and now it's life pouring into climbing, and it kind of becomes this circle of try hard without giving up.
And my heart goes out to him. He was in the finals for a brief moment due to some real technicalities, but sadly isn't here. But he did say in the interview that he will be back, and he said it today when we spoke to him. He will be back for 2020, and we're very much looking forward to having him here. You are watching the men's and women's league finals here in Denver, Colorado, United States of America, the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup season finale. My name is Liam Lonsdale, and I will be taking care of you guys tonight, as always, and it's my pleasure to be here. There are literally thousands of people in the audience. You can't quite see from that camera angle, but believe me, they are there, and they are going to be putting on their own show tonight. The atmosphere is going to be electric. You guys can get involved in the atmosphere as well. It couldn't be easier. Use social media. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, then drop us a comment in the chat box. On all the other platforms, use that hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. You can also tag us on @UIAA Mountains. Or why not tag me directly? You can send me questions, comments, etc. on any of the platforms using @Liam Lonsdale. Before the action gets underway here, we have some highlights from the semi-finals. We can take a quick look at some of the first placed ranked competitors' best moments. Let's have a look at Maria Tolokanina and Hyung Park. So this was Hyung Park in that men's semi-final. Big reaches, powerful moves. He had a lot of work to do if he wanted to be in with a chance of first place. Naton Clare had set a high bar, and he knew that there were athletes following him as well. He did make that move eventually, and he then went on to climb even further. Powered through that roof section and was up there, and then it was a moment of truth. He wasn't sure whether or not he needed to jump. He tried to reach it. Look at that laser focus. He committed and just missed it. Very, very close. But great finish, much to the delight of the crowd here. And that was Maria Tolokanina, our first place female in the semi-finals. No surprises there. She was, of course, the World Tour leader up until this point and continues to be. She moved up there through that steep section. And yeah, she climbed so well and topped with almost half of the time allowed remaining. It was really quite impressive. Maria Tolokanina, Wunsian Shin and Emma McSwiggan all topping that route. Now, we have 8 men and 8 women climbing tonight. Some of them are first-time finalists, and they will alternate. So we'll have man then woman, man then woman, man then woman. It'll go like that for the entire final. And before we go into that final, let's take a look at the start lists. First up is the men. First ever finals for Giharo Kadota of Japan. He'll be followed by no stranger to the finals, Yannick Glotard of Switzerland. Valentin Sipovin makes a welcome return for the Ukraine. Naton Clare of France out 4th. Nikolai Kozlovlev of Russia out 5th. Jung-Hye Kwon for Korea out 6th. Alexei Dengin for Russia out 7th. And Hyung Park, the Korean Ice King, out 8th. And then, of course, the women's start list looks like this. 51-year-old Okdo Song out first for Korea. She'll be followed by 19-year-old Sina Goetz of Switzerland. Marion Thomas of France will follow her. Then Mira Alonso of Finland for her second final of the season. Laura van Olmen of Switzerland follows her. Emma McSwiggan of Ireland back again out 6th. Wunsian Shin for Korea out 7th. And no stranger to that top spot, Maria Tolokanina, first place qualifier, will be 8th out today. People sat all the way up there on the pillars. We're almost ready to go with the action. Look at the sun blazing down on the mile-high city. It might look warm, but it's pretty chilly, especially for those competitors in the shade. And here comes our first athlete. It is 51-year-old Okdo Song. She will be our first climber tonight. So Okdo Song now prepares herself and lines up for that route. She's currently ranked 20th overall. She placed 14th in Korea and 8th in China. did have that unfortunate fall in Ravenstein a couple of weeks ago where she took a pretty hefty fall into the structure. She did have to go and get medical attention for that, but obviously not too troubling. She's back here now. She's going to get tied in and ready to climb. People are already getting involved on that live stream. It's great to have you involved. Who are you cheering for? Let us know who you'd like to see on that top spot today. Of course, it's not just one gold medal that's up for grabs. The overall title is up for grabs as well. Athletes doing everything they can to better their rankings. And there goes Okto Song. 8 minutes for the ladies and 11 clips total. Oh no! Look at that first move. Absolute nightmare. That is not the way that we like to start a final, ladies and gentlemen. What a shame. Let's just see that again. On that first intellect hold, kicked in with the right foot, matched him with the left tool. Oh gosh, that is an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare for Okto Song. That's almost certainly her in 8th place. We'll have to wait and see. Nothing's guaranteed. So that's Okto Song finished here in Denver, Colorado. Next athlete out will be a male athlete. It will be Gerardo Kadota. His first ever final. The Japanese climber put on a brilliant performance today in that semi-final round. Earned his position in the finals with no doubt at all. Currently sits in... Where does he sit? '24th place. I mean, what a performance for Gerardo Kadota to go from an overall 24th place to be here now in the final. If you are having issues with the audio, we do apologise and we thank you for your patience. We are doing our best to fix it. In the meantime, maybe put one finger in your ear and hope for the best. Gerardo Kadota of Japan prepares himself and looks out to the crowd. He's going to be taking in this moment, remembering as much of it as possible, and there's really no pressure on him. I'm sure that's not how he feels, but there really isn't. You know, it's his first ever attempt at a finals route. And you can see there he's going to start his route on the ice. The athlete's climbing up this speed wall to begin. And then they'll step left around the structure. The route setter's getting really creative with the dimensions of this structure. And it's a very unique design. The American Alpine Club and Co. done a really wonderful job of putting this thing together. Big shout out to Dirk Tyler and Tiffany Brainerd. This competition would not be where it is today had it not been for them. Really imagining something special and having the tenacity to follow it through and do everything that they can to make it happen. In fact, I wouldn't be here today at this competition without their help, so a huge personal thank you to them as well. Gerardo Kadota reaches up to make clip number 2 as he steps leftwards around the corner of this structure. Sunlight beaming through that faux Greek architecture in the background. And here he goes onto that slightly steeper section now. You can hear his teammates shouting Gamba Gamba in the background. Denver really getting behind him already. Joe Josephson and EKB MCs in the crowd today doing a great job of bringing the hype and bringing the energy. Reaches Left hand to that next hook. Matches in right hand and left hand into the high grip. With clip 4 made. A little pop there, but he's alright. Keeps it together. Climbing really well here. You can see that hold hanging above him on the underside of that volume. It's a tricky position. It's a Stein. No, it's a hook. Is it a Stein or is it a hook? Very difficult to see from this angle how they're going to take it. Oh, he's popped! He had it hooked. Oh, and that's a tricky fall. Hopefully he's okay. Just hit the corner there, inverted. Wasn't able to sort himself. He's smiling. Great spirit from the Japanese climber. Perhaps had the wind knocked out of him, just taking a minute. You can see he's disappointed. He will go into the hot box, which is pretty sure it's called the ice box actually. I just heard Joe Josephson say hot box. Into the ice box, which is the hot seat, if you like, for the first place competitors. You see Gihano Kadota. Oh, he was so close. Oof. Stinger to the ribs. You can see him, he's just rubbing his neck. Hopefully he's okay. Next athlete out, Swiss athlete. It will be Sina Gutz, 19-year-old climber. She's had a really impressive season. Currently sits in 6th place in the overall rankings. She placed 4th in Korea, 2nd taking her first ever podium and medal. It was the silver medal in Switzerland, her home competition. Then 5th place in Italy, and a slip down in form, 17th place in France. Sina Gutz removes her jacket, makes her final preparations before beginning her attempt. And here she goes. Hopefully she has better luck on this first move than Opto Song. Okay, she's passed that initial difficulty. Into that metal Krukonogi Stein. Very poor friction on the hold itself, but good friction in the plywood. I'm getting the information that the audio is now fixed, so we hope that's sorted for you guys back at home, and thanks again for your patience. Reaches up now, matched in those holds to make that next clip. There it is, clip number 2 made. She's approaching that steeper section above her, and then of course the roof. Deep lock for Sina Gutz. You can see she's got to turn all the way over her right arm, lock that left in. Oh, she's got it! And the crowd really supportive of Sina Gutz. Threads the leg into that figure 4 over the left hand. And there's another intellect ahead of her, which she sticks with the right tool. Kicks in with the left foot to free up that right foot. Those very tenuous intellect holds. There for Sina, no problem as she steps across onto that next metal hold. Moving rightwards now towards that hanging box where you can see the numbers 4 and 5. Look at that sky. Perfect day for it here. Places a right tool into another metal hold. Flicks the right leg over into the figure four and cuts loose onto the box. Effortless. She sliced through that move like a hot knife through butter. Sina Gertz, very, very smooth here. Gets that clip swinging ahead of her just to try and save some effort. There's the clip. That's clip number 4 and 5 made. She's going to move around that box towards clip number 6. And we know that those moves are tricky. These undercut moves off the boxes as the athlete pushes down, the box swings away with them, and they've got a lot of work to do to push back up again. So it's all about momentum and coordination. Crowd watching on eagerly. Oh, just struggling to catch that move first time. It's a deep lock. Shakes that left hand. Alezina. You can see her body starting to spin a little on the box. Puts the left leg under the box for stability. The right leg over the left hand into that figure four. She's so close to sticking that move. Comes back down again just to have a rest of the hand. Taking her time. Just less than 4 minutes on the clock. The crowd really wanted to stick this move. Still has time. Oh, she's so close. Oh, painfully close. Come on, Sina. Back into the figure four. Oh, just below it this time. She's going to be getting more and more tired. She really needs to get over that hand. Sit into that figure four as high as she can. Oh, so close. Oh, she's there. Oh, I thought she was there that time. Come on, Sina, fight. Less than 3 minutes on the clock now. She's been there for over a minute. Could this be the time? One more effort. That's the hold she needs to get. Oh, she tickles it with that axe. Oh! And she's out of there, not surprisingly. So much time in that position. Waves to the crowd, and it was a hell of a fight, but not quite enough there for Sina Gertz. Such a shame. Brilliant work. The Swiss climber, and it's from one Swiss climber to another. Sina Gertz will make way for Yannick Glattard. Oh, she was so close on that move. So now, Yannick Glattard begins his route. And it's absolutely no surprise that he's sprinting up those first moves. He knows that he's got to move quick. He literally just ran up the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts. Swiss Air is cleared for takeoff. Reaches over himself with that right hand by clip number 3. Decides to switch hands and take it with the left. Very delicate position, matches in with the right, and you see those pebbles, and his axe actually just skidded off the back of that. But oh, I thought he was off. Oh, don't do that to me, cameraman. Jeez, you can't do that. Okay, clip 4 made. Hell's bells. Makes the hook with the left hand. reaches into the underside, and this is where Guijardo Cadota fell. And he's got that figure 4 in. And he's made that move and stands up into that reverse hook. Places the right tool onto that next hold. Another delicate position. Into the Stein by clip 5. You can see him really eyeing that up, making sure he's got it in the best possible position. Matches in with a tool just to make sure. And the next hold, Red Intellect. You can see actually that quick draw of the 5th. It's just caught around the hold. I think it should move okay as he steps left at clip 6. Does need to keep an eye on that. Powerful shoulder move here onto that next Intellect. Needs to step across on those volumes. Really nice there, and that clip sorted itself out as he reaches the clip onto himself to make clip number 6. Smooth work so far from Yannick Letard, who eyes up that next hold and jumps to it two-handed! Swissair takes off, and he's into orbit! Hell's bells! Yannick Letard putting on a show for the crowd here. They go absolutely wild for him. He's on that swinging box now, and he's going to move on to clip 7. Starts the swing on that box, reaches down onto the next hook, and kicks in hard. Swipes that leg, left leg over right hand into the next figure 4, and has a glance around to check where he's going. Reaches out onto that long volume, the hexagon shape on either end. Drops down this time into the figure 4. Over 5 minutes remaining. Climbing so well, the young Swiss. 21 years old. Places his left tool, right leg over left hand into that next figure 4. Back into figure 9. The route setters have got him going through so much horizontal terrain here. Into another hook, this time with the head of the axe up there. It's almost a Stein. He took a gold medal in Switzerland a few weeks ago. It feels like an age ago now, but could it be another gold here? The way he's climbing right now, who knows? It's absolutely amazing work. Reaches up for that next clip. That's 7. Or is that 6, I think? Yeah, that's clip 6. You can see 7 ahead of him. Into the next figure 4. Right leg over left hand. Reaches up into the backhand on that next Intellect hold. Struggling to get his feet in, but there he is. He's good. And actually, he wasn't clip 8. It's clip 9 that's above him. Gets the clip swinging so that it's easier to reach. There it is. If you're wondering, that clip on the left of him, number 7, is actually the ladies' route, so don't fret. He hasn't missed any clips. He's on number 9 now. Reaches up again dynamically with that left hand into another strong hooking position. Sinks down into the hold. His feet still in that box. Matches in with his right tool. Figure 4 again. Right leg over left hand. And he's up one more time with the right tool. Yannick Letard putting on a stellar performance here. 12 clips total for the men, and they have 8.5 minutes to climb, and he still has over 3 minutes remaining. Very small Krukonogi edge. Those metal holds so delicate. He needs to treat that with a lot of respect and caution. Will he clip off it? He will. No fear, Yannick Letard. Clip 10 made. He's moving so confidently. Cuts loose onto that next one. Straight into the figure 4 over the right hand. Yannick Letard is really putting on a show for the American crowd here. Big reach with the right hand. look at that crowd. Packed to the rafters here in Denver, Colorado. Yannick Letard just releasing that left foot as he kicks in now and throws it over the right hand for another figure four. You can see that next hold above him, another intellect. Into that figure 9 just to give himself a quick shakeout on the right hand. Just less than 2 minutes remaining. Is it going to come down to time here? He's got the intellect hold, and Denver is really getting behind that Swiss climber now. Matches him with the right tool. I don't know about you folks at home, but my palms are sweating. Bridged between the structure and that protrusion, he makes clip number 11, which is the penultimate clip. Every move he makes now is closer to number 12, which is the top. He's hands off, basically. And where's that next hold? What has he got for us here, ladies and gentlemen? He's going to stand on top. He's going to walk the plank. Oh my gosh. I can't watch. Is this really what I think it is? It looks that way. He turns a full 360 degrees to face the crowd and launches, and he sticks it! Yannick Letard, the first climber up there, reaches up that quick draw, makes the top, and there it is! The last round of the season, and he's at the top. Swiss Air is in orbit. He is gone intergalactic. Ladies and gentlemen, Yannick Letard is one of the true greats of this sport, and he's only 21 years old. If that isn't a sporting achievement, I do not know what is. Looks like he's getting on top of that box, and it looks like we're about to see a big finish. The sunset on Yannick Letard's face. Cheers to the crowd, and the crowd cheer back. What a champion. That is a standard set now. Fist bump from the photographers. And he's got to dismount somehow. Oh dear, he's taking a lot of slack up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Swiss Air is back on the... I don't even know what to say. What do you say? Yannick Letard is absolutely incredible. The first climber on the top of the structure. And will he be the last? There's only one way to find out. I'm looking down at the structure and I can see the event coordinator Rob Adey shrugging his shoulders. I can see one of the organisers, Vicky Hormuth, with her head in her hands. They don't know what to do with Yannick Letard. That was pretty exciting. Okay, I'm going to take a breath. We're going to wait for our next athlete, which is Marion Thomas of France. Okay, we're back in business. We just had a drink, taking a breath. We're ready to go with the next athlete. Marion Thomas has to follow that very tough act that we saw from Yannick Letard. French climber had a pretty good season so far. Currently ranked 8th overall. Finished 9th in Korea. Skipped China, then 6th, which made the finals in Switzerland, and 9th in Italy, and then back again in the finals in her hometown of Champagny, 6th 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks? I've lost track. Anyway, Marion Thomas now starts her attempt, and she's fast out of the gates. Took a bronze medal yesterday in the speed climbing competition. matches the right tool into that undercut position. Very powerful, builds the feet high. Needs strong back muscles and a strong pectoral muscle there to really pull that one and stand up into it too. Matches in with the tool and reaches up with that left hand for the next hook. There it is. Leans away off that left hand. There's a big move up onto the underside of that next box. You can just see the hold shining in the sunlight. Deep figure four, switches down, back into that relaxed grip, and is quite happy with that tool placement. She's going to switch. Back into a figure four, left leg over right hand. Uses that right foot to push herself up. Oh, she's just short of it. Oh, come on. Ale Marion. Oh, she's so close. Oh, very close indeed. Marion's father's in the audience. I'm sure he'll be shouting at the top of his voice, supporting Marion now. Oh, she's so close. Tricky moves right from the beginning for these climbers. There it is, goes left hand, that's the way. Into the back of that hold and pulls away off it to make that next clip. Some precious time spent there, so needs to pick up the pace now, doesn't make the clip. Decides to skip it. She'll make it on this next move. Makes the clip with her right hand, that's 3 made now. Ale Marion. We'll lock off this left hand now and gets the heel onto the box just to give her a bit of extra height. Right leg over left hand for another figure four. You can see there's an intellect hold above it. Takes it with that right tool. If you are just joining us, you are watching the men's and women's lead finals in the season finale here in Denver, Colorado in the United States of America. We've already had 4 athletes climbing. Okto Song and Sina Gertz in the women's, Guijarro Cadota and Yannick Glattard in the men's. Glattard topping in incredible style just a few moments ago. If you missed it, then you need to watch that one in the replay. Once this broadcast is finished, it was unbelievable from Yannick Glattard. You're watching on your screens Marion Thomas. My name is Liam Lonsdale, and you can get in touch with us here on the broadcast various different ways. You can drop us a comment in the chat box on both YouTube and Facebook. You can use that hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing. That's works on all the platforms, especially Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to contact me directly, it couldn't be easier. Just search at Liam Lonsdale on any of the channels, and I will do my best to keep an eye on those and answer any questions that you guys might have. Marion Thomas now climbing down to the corner of that box. Drops down into that figure 9 over the right hand. You can see that she's 2 minutes slower than Sina Gertz at this point. Makes that move first time. Really strong there from Marion Thomas. Cost Sina Gertz a lot of time and a lot of effort. She actually fell on that move, but Thomas has already beaten that high point. Takes a second to shake that left hand. Puts it back into the high grip on her tool. Into another fig four. Finds the position with that right hand on that metal hold there. Right leg over right hand into the figure 9. And that's clip 6 made. Less than 2 minutes remaining for Marion Thomas of France. Asks the crowd for some support, and they are more than happy to give it to her. Still has 5 more clips to make. It's a big ask for her to do that in such short time now, but she's going to do everything she can. And you can see ahead of her clip 7 on the box to the right. Clip 8 up from that, and you see that big red line down the middle. That's the boundary line. She mustn't cross that. Switching between 4s and 9s. Oh, she pops! Really good effort from Marion Thomas. Gets in a bit of a tangle in the rope. Waves to the crowd. And they give her a big cheer. Awesome work from the young French climber. Let's just check that out again and see exactly what happened. So she was in that fig 4 position. She reached out behind her. Watch the left tool. Which popped first? Yeah, the left hand just released. I think she was probably tired. And then the right hand followed. Amazing effort from the young French climber. Next athlete out will be Valentin Sipovin. You see him there in the orange sleeves and the yellow helmet. The Ukrainian athlete has taken a couple of years out from competitions. He's been on many expeditions. In fact, he's summited Everest twice since the last time he competed in a World Cup. No doubt all the altitude has given him extra red blood cells because he has looked so strong. Not lost any strength while in the mountains. Sipovin qualifying in 6th place for the finals today. Begins his attempt on the ice. Steps leftwards around the corner. Just struggling with that placement with that left hand on the pebble. Manages to make it work and continues leftwards to make clip 3 and 4 in quick succession. In a couple of moments' time, we'll have a quick chat with Sina Gertz of Switzerland and see how she feels about her finals route. In the meantime, let's stick with Valentin Sipovin. Deep lock off the right hand. And all the time, of course, we need to be paying attention to those clip splits. Yannick Guattard setting a blistering pace. And there he is, in that ice box, current 1st place, Yannick Guattard. Coach from fellow competitor Marion Thomas. Right hand into the Stein. Steps onto the box to reach up to that first of the two intellect holds. Takes it with his left hand. He'll have to match him with the right. There it goes in the high grip. And step across into that shoulder move on the left. Interestingly, he's not quite happy with his position. Matches him with the left tool to give some more stability. Reaches down for that next clip. Clip number 6 made. Keeps moving now. He's just trying to eye up that next move, and this is the jump that Yannick Letard so effortlessly set. He really cruised it. And in those couple of years that Valentin hasn't climbed in the competitions, the style has evolved. Very rarely would you have ever seen a jump 2 years ago, and now they're almost every round, but he sticks it! Really nice work from the Ukrainian athlete. Into the figure 9 over the right hand now. Just over 4 minutes on the clock. Seeing the results, and Yannick Letard topped with 7 minutes and 53 on the clock. Total time 8 minutes 30 seconds to have, so he still had a good 40 seconds remaining. Sipavin currently 9 seconds off the pace. But it was at this point that Yannick Letard really began to accelerate. That box swinging around. Just struggling to find that position on the metal hold there. Sipavin shaking out that left hand. And look at the movement on that box. Is Valentin Sipavin going to stick this move? He does stick that move, okay. Let's see how he fares now. Right leg over right hand into that figure 9 as he drops down, committing to the box fully. And he's got to turn around on that hold, position his body so that he can step down again behind himself onto that hexagon box behind him. Two minutes remaining for Valentin Sipavin. Cuts both feet loose to get a good solid kick. Pushes away from himself. There he goes, generating that swing to commit one more time onto that left hand. Really nice work. Sipavin is not letting go of that tool. Reaches into that Stein position on the underside of that volume. Some real motion going on in that box. Really nice work. Onto the end of the volume now. He's got another move to make onto another box. As I said before, these route setters have given these athletes so much horizontal terrain to cross. Left leg over right hand for the figure 4. Big reach, just misses it there. Really trying to shake some blood back into the hands. There he goes, he gets it this time. Crowd really getting behind him now. Another big move round the backside of that box. That clock's ticking down. And you can hear the crowd counting down his time, and that's it for Valentin Sipovin. A valiant effort from the Ukrainian athlete. A violent fall as well. Let's welcome to the broadcast from Switzerland, Sina Goetz. Sina, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Talk me through that final for you.
Yeah, well, it went pretty well actually until that move. And I had kind of a flashback to Korea this year. It was a similar move, and yeah, I struggled again. Maybe I can take that with me for next year to practice these things more.
You looked so solid until that point, and even in the move that you struggled on for about 2 minutes,
Yeah.
you did look like you might still get it. There was a few times that you tickled it. I think we do have a replay. Don't worry if we haven't, but you were just short of catching it, weren't you?
Yeah, it was fine from the endurance. I could try it a lot, but it wasn't an endurance problem there.
Yeah, you were
So,
hanging
yeah.
on for dear life, and
Yeah.
that clock was ticking down.
And there is a hole in the hole, and I just never hit it.
Yeah, no, it was really quite an impressive effort. Let's talk about Yannick's climb. Obviously, your teammate. What was that like to watch?
It was so amazing to watch. I think there wasn't a moment I was like, come on Yannick, stick this. It looked so confident, and also on the dynos he just went for it. And
It was really quite wonderful to
yeah,
watch.
it was amazing.
And we talked about it so much in semi-finals, but this crowd even bigger here this evening. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's so great. It should be like this on every comp, I think.
Yeah, calling to all organisers, pay attention to the Denver crowd. If they can ship some people in like that, it'll be an amazing atmosphere.
Sure.
Sina, listen, I'm going to say thank you to you and pay attention now to Mira Alhonswell.
Thank you.
Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
Sina Goetz there of Switzerland, finishing her season here in Denver, Colorado. Last World Cup of the season, folks. Can you believe it? We still have one more competition, the World Championships in Kirov, in 2 weeks. This is the final World Cup. 6 rounds, culminating here in Denver, Colorado. If you are just tuning in, where have you been? We're watching the men's and ladies lead final here in Denver, Colorado, the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup. And on your screens right now, representing Finland, is Mira Alhonswell. Mira sitting in 19th place overall this season. Her best result was 6th in China. That was her first ever final. So this is her second career final. Really wonderful to see her making another one. And I tell you what, folks, from my position here in the commentary booth, I can see the wall and I can also see out into the crowd. And there are literally thousands of people here. Never seen so many people at an ice climbing competition. It's amazing to see. Here at Alhonswell in that figure 4 over the left hand and reaches up into the box very quickly indeed. Current first place in the ladies is Marion Thomas. Second place Sina Goetz. Third place Opgo Song. In the men, third place is Gerardo Cadota. Second place Valentin Sipovin. First place Yannick Lottard. Back into the next figure 4 over the left hand. Reaches up with the right. Into that intellect hold. I don't know about you folks at home, but I am absolutely loving this final. We've had some incredible rounds this season. The organisers and the route setters really had the work out of them to create something special for this season finale. But so far, we're not even halfway through, and I think they've outdone themselves. Slightly ahead of the pace so far. Here at Alhonswo, 8 seconds faster than Sina Goetz. She's moving around that box now. Big 9 over the right hand. Just gives the clip a tap to get it swinging. Trying to get it closer to her. Didn't give it quite enough of a tap. Decides to opt to step down into that figure 9 on the lower part of that cube. Another big move here. Mira, one of our taller athletes in the final. Look at that, so easy. And now from this position, she'll need to make clip number 5. That's better. Just struggling to make it. Cold hands, perhaps. It isn't warm, I can tell you that, even in the sunlight now. Oh, really struggling with that clip. Come on, Mira. Oh, no. I mean, we'll have to find out from Mira what happened with that clip, but she's just struggling. I think it's a combination of being pumped and being cold from what it looks like. Slightly erratic movement. This time, Mira. Oh no! Come on. Shakes out that right hand. Definitely pumped. Just not being able to hang off that hold for as long as she might want. This time. Yes, she's got it! I've never been so relieved to see an athlete make a clip in my entire career. Excellent work from Mira Alhonswo. Makes clip number 5. And now she can get back to business. This isn't a clipping competition, this is a climbing competition. 2 minutes 14 seconds. She's just lost 2 minutes and 6 seconds of time trying to make that clip. That was not what she was looking for. Real shame for Mira, but now she's got to fight and she's got to pull something out of the bag if she wants to be in with a chance of a podium place here. Those are your 2 first places right now, Yannick Glatard and Marion Thomas. Both with big smiles on their face. Mira Alhonswo now, no doubt, very tired after waiting there for so long. Can she make this next move? The Denver crowd really behind her. She's got it! And listen to that noise! She makes the next clip. The crowd with her every step of the way now. Right leg over right hand into the figure 9. Oh, she's off! Oh, and a big slam into the wall. Waves to the crowd. Great effort from the Finn. Puts her into second place, behind Marion Thomas, I believe, but ahead of Sina Goetz. Need to check. In fact, I stand corrected. I believe with clip number 6, that puts her into first place, ahead of Marion Thomas. We'll wait and see. Big smiles from the Finnish athlete. We'll have the athletes up here as soon as we can for a quick chat. Next athlete climbing is Nathan Claire of France. Another athlete who's had a great season. Third overall in the rankings, an incredible jump up for him this year. Placed 10th in Korea, took a silver medal in second place in China, 5th in Switzerland, 3rd place and bronze medal in Italy, 12th place in France. Last year he finished 15th overall, so he's done absolutely amazing this year. All that training and effort has paid off, and here he goes up the speed wall on the ice to begin his attempt on this men's final route. So just to clarify, I just got the confirmation of the results. My results were incorrect. I had Marion Thomas only making clip 5, but actually they've been corrected. And she did make clip 6. So she does go ahead and stay ahead, rather, of Mina Alonso. And the man in the blue jacket there is actually Marion Thomas's father. In a few moments' time, I will have Mina Alonso for a chat, currently sitting in second place. But for the moment, let's stay with Nathan Claire of France as he begins the steeper part of the route now. Oh no! Nathan Claire falls so low on that route, exactly where Guijarro Cadota fell. And that's such a shame. Let's just see what happened there. He had that figure 4. Watch that right tool. Oh, the right tool released. The left tool didn't have enough on it, and that's a really unfortunate mistake. Sad for Nathan Claire. I'm going to welcome Mira Alonso to the broadcast. Mira, how are you doing?
Fine.
Tired?
Well, pumped still.
Talk me through that clip.
Oh, wow, that clip. I don't know what's the problem with those long clips, but I think I need to practice more.
I think you do. There's nothing wrong with the long clips, I can tell you that. How many times?
Well, hundreds.
I was saying on the broadcast, was it cold hands? Was it pumped?
No, it wasn't cold hands. I just couldn't somehow find the right angle for the clip.
I've never heard a crowd cheer so loud for someone making a clip.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And then, of course, you moved on when you made clip 6 and you were up at clip 7. Was that just tiredness?
Yeah, I was quite pumped at that moment. Yeah, I think that clip took quite much power.
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah, it's so embarrassing.
But Mira, don't worry about it. You're sat in second place right now.
Oh, that's cool.
And you climbed so well. Something to be proud of for sure. The crowd were amazing. Talk me through what it's been like to compete here in Denver.
Oh, wow, you know, when I was sitting in the isolation, I was like, that crowd, it's awesome. Like, so many people, they're so, like, how you say, like...
Passionate?
Exactly, yeah. And it's really nice to climb when people are supporting you and cheering for you. It's awesome. I hope that it would be like this, like every competition. The venue and the surroundings are super cool. I really enjoy the climbing here.
Well, I think not only have you enjoyed the climbing, but I think they've enjoyed the climbing too. I've certainly enjoyed the climbing, so thank you so much for your efforts and for joining me here in the booth.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tamira, for joining us. I'm going to let you go back down there and watch the rest of the final. I know that you want to watch it.
Can I say greetings to my family
You
and
can
friends?
say whatever you want, my friend.
Hi, everybody in Finland.
Do you want to give a Finnish message?
Joo, terveisiä kaikille Suomeen. Toivottavasti pääsette joskus olemaan mukana joko kilpailijana tai yleisössä tai ihan huikeeta.
There you go. No idea what she said. If you were offended by that message, I'm sorry.
Samuel
Mira
can
Alonso there of
translate
Finland, an amazing effort. Sits in second place currently. We'll have to wait and see where she finishes. She's going to go back down and enjoy it. Thanks so much for everything this season, Mira.
Thank you, Liam.
Mira Alonso. Great work. Next up on the wall is Laura von Allmen of Switzerland. She matches into that undercut move. Powerful stand off that right hand to reach up on the left. 8 minutes for the women, 8 minutes 30 for the men is their total start time. Laura von Allmen threads that left leg between her hands into the figure four over the right. Into that very tricky undercut move. Clip 3 made. Reaches up to the apex of that box. She's a second ahead of the pace set by her teammate Sina Goetz. We talked to her in the semi-finals and she said she felt ready for a final and that she just hadn't managed to keep it together this season and made some mistakes. This is her chance now to really prove herself. Look at that lock strength. Right leg over left hand for the figure four. Places the right tool in the intellect hold. Steps across into that next metal plate. Reaches out with the right hand to make clip number 4. Reaches out with the right hand onto the tip of that box. Really nice work so far from Laura von Allmen. Into that figure four over the left hand. Is she going to make the clip here? Makes it first time. Excellent work. And places her tool to make that next step down move into the figure 9. Up with the right hand easily. After that clip 5. Onto that hook position. There's another move to make. Out to the tip of that hexagon box. You can really see the vastness of this structure. Right hand easily up there. Look at that strength. Swiss athlete really in control. She puts the right leg over the right hand into that figure 9. Makes clip 6. No. Now she does. She's going to move rightwards around that box now towards clip number 7. She makes clip 7. That's going to put her into a provisional first place. really smooth, total control. She's back into that figure 9. Of course, these athletes don't know what they need or how their fellow competitors have done. Less than 3 minutes remaining for Laura von Allmen. Right leg over left hand into that figure 4 as she just taps behind her. She's trying to figure out this next move. Oh, she's so close. She's got it, there it is. Excellent work from Laura von Allmen, who sticks that move one-handed. Can she bring those feet up? She can! Kicks into the box and listen to that Denver crowd. You'd think she topped, so she keeps pushing those feet into the bottom side of that cube. Shakes that hand for a second. Can she make clip number 7? She's so close to that clip. And there it is! Laura von Allmen goes into first place, guaranteed now. We still do have 3 more athletes, but that definitely puts her ahead of Marion Thomas. Excellent work from the Swiss athlete who has just over 1 minute remaining. Laura von Allmen appears to look back down to the crowd just to take in this moment. And can you blame her? Incredible action. Incredible atmosphere. Into that roof section now. You see that red boundary line ahead of her. Gets a swing going with the clip. Can she catch it? Time's running down. The dying seconds of an attempt on the clock now. Oh, there's going to be time up, I think, for Laura von Allmen. Just played the gamble there, waiting for that clip to come back round and didn't quite catch it. And that is time out, but a brilliant effort from Switzerland's Laura von Allmen, who climbs into provisional first place. And now we have to wait and see whether Emma McSwiggan, Yunseon Shin and Maria Tolokanina have what it takes to beat that high point. Meanwhile, we go to the men's competition in a couple of seconds, and our next athlete will be none other than the Russian himself, Nikolai Kuzovlev, who has been so dominant this season. Look at that. Big smiles on her face. What a fight. One-handed. Crowd really behind her as she kicked into that box. Really valiant effort from Laura von Allmen of Switzerland. And here comes Kuzovlev. There he is. Look at him marching up those first moves. Not quite with the pace of Glattard, but not slow. Nikolai Kuzovlev, the overall winner this season, wearing that World Tour leader shirt, and his lead is unassailable. First place in Korea. First place in China. Second place behind Glattard in Switzerland. First place in Italy. First place in France. Does he have what it takes to beat Yannick Glattard? If anyone can beat him, Kozlovlev is the man. No doubt Yannick Glattard will be watching very, very closely. In a couple of moments, we'll have the two French athletes, Anton Claire and Marion Thomas, climbing, rather talking to us in the booth, and you just saw that graphic there. Kozlovlev slightly ahead of Yannick Glattard's time. And he's still ahead of Yannick Glattard's time by 16 seconds. As he reaches out with the left hand.
Is it okay if I leave this right there?
Into that intellect hold. Reaches behind him to make clip 6. And eyes up that dyno. "30 seconds ahead of Yannick Glattard's pace now. Sticks it one-handed! Oh my gosh! Nikolai Kozlovlev, sent from another planet, it would seem. Superhuman strength to catch that move on one hand. Now we have to wait and see what happens with the rest of this route. Will he keep up with the pace that Yannick Glattard set, or will he fall behind? So far he's looking very controlled and very smooth. Flicks left leg over right hand into that figure 4. Reaches onto the end of the box. Look at that, brilliant flexibility in the hips. Steps up into that position underneath the box. Reaches behind him again. Figure 9. Look at that for a shot. Downtown Denver in the background. People in the thousands watching closely. In the center of the arch, Nikolai Kozlovlev of Russia, putting in his attempt on this men's final route. And again, this is the point where he climbs rightwards, not leftwards. That clip 7 there for the ladies' route. Reaches out to that hanging pinnacle. Needs to make sure he makes the right clip. There it is. Clip 9 made, and less than 4 minutes remaining. Seems that he's ahead of that time right now. I do know that the time that we had for Yannick Glattard wasn't quite perfect, so we do know that he's ahead of it, but we're not quite sure by how many seconds. Take that as a rough guide. Flicks effortlessly into that figure 4 over the right hand. 12 clips total on this men's route as he reaches out for that very small crooked ogie edge. So focused, Nikolai Kozlovlev. There's a reason why he has that yellow jersey. And there's clip 10. Still slightly ahead of the time set by Yannick Glattard. Drops down onto that next hold. And it's going to be a really close cut thing here. He doesn't know how tight it is as he stops to shake, compose himself as he makes this next swing. Look, he's taking his time and he really doesn't know that he doesn't have that much time to play with. Struggling there on that right hand. Oh, and he's just popped, but he manages to stay composed. Throws his other hand onto the tool to keep some weight through it. Yannick was very fast through this section, and he's going to be watching so closely, as we just saw a glimpse of, seeing how Kozlovlev fares here, and it was so close for him to fall there. He's very close in this figure four position. He stakes 8. Kozlovlev now has a lot of work to do if he wants to make up the time that he lost. The Russian, who has been unstoppable this year, but for one competition, has lots of work to do now. Less than 1 minute 40 on the clock. I can barely watch. Reaches up for that next intellect, and he's definitely slowed down a little. Whether he's hurting or whether he's just trying to keep himself calm, not quite sure. Clip number 11 ahead of him. He glances over to that box. And there is clip number 11. And now comes the moment of truth, and the Denver crowd below watch with anticipation, and you see the time change there. He's now quite a bit behind Yannick Glattard. Needs to do that full rotation. Or is he going to try and go direct? He's going to rest. He goes directly, catches him one-handed! Oh my gosh! And the time that Yannick Glattard might have taken there. There's the top! Amazing work there from Nikolai Kozlovlev. Very tight indeed, and we'll have to wait and see who it was that got there first. Was it Kozlovlev or was it Glattard? Yannick Glattard turned the full rotation. Kozlovlev opted to go direct. And those seconds that he might have lost on the move below, we just don't know. I'm waiting for that information in my ear. He waves to the crowd. Glattard is still in first. I've got it in my ear. Yannick Glattard is still in first. Swissair was faster by a very fine margin. Nikolai Kozlovlev sits in second place. And at this moment in time, we're going to welcome to the broadcast 2 members from the French team, Nathan Claire and Marion Thomas. Guys, welcome.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Marion, how are you doing?
I'm really happy also.
So Marion, we'll go with you first. How was that for you?
Actually, I'm really happy because I get bumped and I fight when I get bumped, so it was just great. Yeah, and I just would like to thank the Wood Theatres because they did such a great job, and it's a really great show here. The crowd is amazing, and yeah, it's such a pleasure to be here.
It's really, really amazing. And Nathan, it wasn't quite the finals that you were hoping for, I know that. What happened?
I had a really bad climb. I'm not in shape in this event, and it's really hard for me. I have gave all I have.
Yeah, and you know, it is hard in these situations to not give a performance that you were hoping for, and my heart does go out to you, buddy. But what an amazing crowd, hey?
Yeah, it's awesome. We've never seen an event like this. Just amazing.
Marion, you're currently sitting in second place.
Yeah.
Ema McSwiggan, Yun Sun Shin, and Maria Tarpini still to climb. Regardless of where you finish, What does this competition, this season finale, mean to you? Sorry. Oh, you can't hear me, can you? We've only got one pair of headphones here. I'm just going to ask Marion again. Amazing competition here, and regardless of where you finish, whether it's second or fifth, what does this competition mean to you?
This competition was the last stage of the World Cup, so I wanted to have a great final. Actually, I wanted to be in final, of course, and for one time, climb well in final and have a fight. And I had a fight, and I think I did my best of what I have to do, what I have in my I mean what my shape is now. So I did my best. So now the next 3 girls are really strong. So it's gonna be a great show.
Well, both of you, thank you so much for joining me. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you bring to the World Championships if you're going to be there, but also to next season. I know how hard you guys train. I know how close Team France is, and I know that 2020 is going to be a big year for you guys.
Yeah, we hope so. We hope so. We're going to have more training next year and structure and everything.
That's all Claire nodding there saying, of course.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. Go and enjoy the rest of the finals.
Thank you.
Marion Thomas and Nathan Claire there joining me in the booth. Thank you so much to them for all of their work this season. And now we go to Emma McSwiggan. The McSwooners out there, let's hear you. She's had a brilliant season. She started in Korea and it wasn't quite the final she was hoping for, where she finished 8th. She then went on to China and finished 2nd, taking a silver medal. She finished 9th in Switzerland, a personal best in Saas-Fee for her. 4th in Italy, just missing out on a podium, and 8th in France. She's been incredibly consistent, making all finals but one. And here today in Denver, while she sits in 4th position overall, she'll be looking to take an overall podium. She still has the chance to do that. A win here, or even a podium here, would put her ahead of Han-Mare Song, I believe, if my math is correct. The Irish climber now moving past clip number 1. Swiggen now. Tentative movement on these first moves. A little pop with that left tool, but a solid right hand keeps her in position. Swiggen climbing now. Kick 3 made. A lot of support for the Irish climber from all over the world, not just Ireland. You see they're slightly behind the pace on those first moves, but that's not uncommon for Emma. That steeper terrain is where we know she much prefers the style and the movement. Watching carefully. And Gotthard and Nikolai Kuzovlev just chatting about that finals route. 11 seconds separating them. And Gotthard just faster. Crowd very vocal in their support. You're going to have cowbells by the sound of things. And there it is, she's got that left hand now. Listen to that support. There are her fans all in their Irish flags. I can see him as coach shaking his head. He loves it when Ema climbs fast and he hates it when she climbs slow. Somewhat tentative approach from her so far. Makes clip 4, and now we really need to see Ema picking up the pace. Reaches out behind her. Look at that, 2 minutes 26, slower than Laura van Almen. Onto the tip of the box, and look how quick she's moving now. Much prefers that steeper terrain. She's so strong in these positions. Look at that lock strength. Just hangs there and places that tool effortlessly. Brilliant work. Clip 5 made, and she's gaining time now all the time. Look at that, another impressive lock from Ema McSwiggan. Takes the hold on the edge of that box. So much slower on that first section. But picking it up now through these horizontal boxes. Look at that, already she's made up almost a minute in time. We needed to really keep that pace going. Into the figure 9. She has incredible stamina. Look at that, easily onto that next move, and this is brilliant work now from Ireland's Ema McSwiggan. Come on. She needs to make clip 7. She's got it. She can make these next moves, then she'll be ahead of Laura van Almen and guaranteed a podium position. Still got time. She's got to move so quickly now. Can she get clip number 8? Has the intellect hold on the top of the box. Really needs to accelerate if she wants to be on that podium. Laura van Almen's going to be watching so closely. Less than 30 seconds remaining. Makes that next move. But can she make that clip in time? She really needs it. Just not in the right position. She's got the clip in time! Ema McSwiggan is guaranteed a podium place, and the crowd goes wild. Absolutely amazing stuff. What an effort after that very tentative approach on the bottom wall, after thinking that maybe she'd just gone too slow, after making us think that perhaps she'd not done enough and she'd given herself too much of a fight. She still manages to get to that clip, and we'll have to wait for the judges to confirm. But as I see it, she did make that clip in time, and there's her coach. He tells her, you were too slow. But I think she's in first place, and that means she's guaranteed a medal with only Won Seon Shin and Maria Tolokanina to climb. We're going to just see that replay one more time, and sadly we can't see the clock, but that was the clip that makes all the difference. And the judges will watch that video very closely, but if it was made in time, then it puts her ahead of Laura van Almen for sure, and it puts her in a podium position. Let's have a look at the men's results so far. 5th place, Guijardo Cadota. 4th place, Nathan Claire. 3rd place, Valentin Sipovin. 2nd place with a top, Nikolai Kozlovlev of Russia. And 1st place right now is Switzerland's Yannick Glatard. There are still 3 men to climb. Youngshae Kwon, Lexi Dengin and Xiong Park. Yannick Glatard is still not guaranteed a gold medal. He's not guaranteed a medal at all, in fact. The next 3 athletes, if they climb to the top faster than him, will knock him down those rankings. Next athlete out. So now, Youngshae Kwon moving up the speed wall, up that ice. And it's funny, but these first moves, despite being easy, it's so important. You've got to be so fast there if you want to be in with a chance of being faster in that top section. We know that Youngshae Kwon favours that steep section, so we'll have to wait and see how he fares on it. I think we just had a problem with one of our microphones. There was some interference with one of the microphones out on the field of play, but I believe we've fixed that now. Apologies if you caught any of that audio interference. Youngshae Kwon on your screens. Another athlete that's had a brilliant season. Sits in 8th overall, 18th in Korea, 5th in China, 9th in Switzerland, 10th in Italy, 10th in France. Very, very consistent. First final of the year for him. Sorry. Yeah, no, that's right. Second final of the year for him. 5th in China. Neil McSwiggan now sitting in first place, and I will have Laura von Allman for a quick chat in a few minutes' time. Youngshae Kwon now will look behind him at that dyno. Oh, he's fallen! Oh, and he slams into the wall. Went one-handed for that dyno. Hopefully he's okay. That's Youngshae Kwon down. See that one more time. He tried to go one-handed. He didn't look fully confident or fully committed. Watch him again. Just a little bit low on that hand to keep the strength. That's a real shame for him. With me now I have Laura von Allman of Switzerland. I'm going to say a very warm welcome to her. Laura, how's it going?
Hi, Liv.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, thanks.
You climbed so well, first of all. Not only did you climb so well, you were in first place for a long time.
Yeah, it's amazing. I didn't think that. I'm really happy about my climb. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
What was that finals route like to climb?
Yeah, it's little bit more difficult than the qualifications and the semifinals. Of course, there are longer moves and the route is longer, more figure of fours, and yeah, I mean this style. I'm not really used to this steep climbing, but I just did my best.
Yeah, you put on a really good fight, and when your foot popped, as we just saw in that replay then, it looked like it might be all over, but you know, like it was in the semi-finals, but you fought so hard there.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I just didn't want to lose my picks. I just wanted to fight till the end. Yeah, once you're in the flow, and then you just try hard and don't want to fall anymore.
Lots of people were very supportive of you during your climb, and even people now saying congratulations on a great performance. Is there anything you'd like to say to the fans back home?
Yeah, I mean, in Switzerland it's about 1 o'clock in the night. I don't know.
Watching. They're watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are watching, but yeah, hello guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the climbing.
And what about that crowd, Laura?
Yeah, as I already said, it's amazing to climb in front of so many people. They are like pushing you up the wall. They're cheering every time you clip, and every time you have a new hold, they're cheering so loud, and you can just go on. It's amazing.
The energy really is quite phenomenal. Well, Yunxian Shin's about to start her route. There she goes, look. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say thank you for an incredible season, and thank you for an incredible effort tonight here in Denver.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
Laura von Allmen there of Switzerland, currently sitting in second place, behind Emma McSwiggan. Great work from her, and now Yunxian Shin is beginning her attempt. She currently sits in second place overall. She has 3 silver medals this year and a gold. Took silver in Korea, gold in Switzerland, silver in Italy, silver in France. Let's see how she fares here in Denver, Colorado. Yunxian Shin, our penultimate athlete in the women's competition. Next athlete out for the ladies will be Maria Tolokanina. Next athlete in the men's competition after Yunxian Shin's finished will be Alexei Dengin, and look at that, she's already 10 seconds ahead of the pace. If anyone can top this route, Yunxian Shin has a pretty good chance. Reaches behind her to the edge of that box by clip 4 and seamlessly places that figure 9. She won in Durango, Colorado a couple of years ago. Another incredible performance on hanging boxes, not dissimilar to these. Places that tool with the right hand in the back grip. And there's clip 5. Really smooth work for Yunxian Shin here. "20 seconds ahead of the pace. Just misses that move first time. Oh, look at that. No problem at all. Another figure 9. No swing at all. Just brilliant core stability. She reaches down to make clip 6. A minute and 9 ahead of the pace set by Laura van Almen now. There's that next clip made. Two minutes and 27 seconds ahead of the pace set by Laura van Almen. And of course, Emma McSwiggan was making up time the whole time here. Look at this, such calm, collected movement from Yunseon Shin of Korea. Cruising through these moves. Right leg over right hand into that figure 9 at the hanging pinnacle. And she has clip 8, 3 minutes and 11 seconds faster than Emma McSwiggan. Absolutely amazing. And looking at that split time, Emma literally made it on the buzzer. She has that next hold. Maria Tolokanina can't see what's going on, but she can sure as heck hear it. That clip up and right of Yunseon Shin. It appears out of reach, but I'm pretty sure that's a perspective thing. Yeah, easily makes clip number 9. Guaranteed second place now. And every move she makes closer to the top puts her in more of a chance of taking that gold medal. The crowd getting louder and louder with every single move. Bridges between the protrusion and the hanging pinnacle and reaches that hold on top of the volume to make clip number 10. Just less than 2 minutes remaining. And this is the penultimate clip for Yunseon Shin. One more clip to make. Come on, Sonny. And what have the route setters prepared for us now? First time we've seen an athlete up there. Just trying to work out exactly what she needs to do. She aims that right hand. Oh, and just misses first time, but manages to keep that left hand. She didn't fully commit, which is probably the reason she didn't stick it. Comes back down to shake, and the clock is running down. The crowd really getting behind her now. If you're not shouting at your computer screens and your TVs, then I don't know what will make you do it. Come on, Yunseon Shin. There's that hold. It's a jug. Jump! Yunseon Shin needs to find wings from somewhere because this move is a dyno. Time is ticking down and it looks like she's going to time out. The crowd cheering her on, get going. And she's going to time out. What a nightmare. It's a real shame for Yunseon Shin. is an incredible performance, and she goes for it anyway. It isn't enough for the clock, but she does top it to prove the point. No top for Yunxian Shin, and the shame being that the clocks are on the other side of the structure. So she couldn't see her clock. She didn't know how much time she had left. And it's no top for Yunxian Shin. It was a brilliant effort. Yunxian Shin climbed so seamlessly. She's in first place, but I'm pretty sure that Maria Tilikanina will be able to replicate that attempt. And I'm pretty sure that Maria Tilikanina will be able to get up there and stick that last move before time runs out. She climbed so well. And I really thought that she maybe was going to make that move in time. Next climber out, Alexi Dengin. After taking 2 gold medals last year, you'll have to excuse me, after taking 3 gold medals last year, South Spain, China and Korea, he's really not been able to find that same form this year, and he and I had a chat about it, and he said, you know, some of it's pressure, and feeling that pressure after having such a good season. He currently sits in 10th overall, 4th in Korea, 19th in China, 15th in Switzerland, 12th in Italy, and 18th in France. Makes those first moves around that left-hand corner towards clip number 3. We'll keep an eye on those splits. Both Nikolai Kozlovlev and Yannick Glattard have tops. Yannick Glattard, the faster of the two, and currently sits in first place. 2 more athletes remaining in this men's competition. If either Alexi Dengin or Hyung Park want to take a gold medal, then they need to do it faster than Yannick Glattard. Reaches up into that intellect hold and steps across with the left hand. And we know that Alexi Dengin loves to train dynamic moves as he sets up for this dyno. Just a little hesitant. Oh, and he misses it! Oh no! Screams out to the crowd anyway. He He's definitely enjoying himself, and like he said earlier today, he's here to give a show. He didn't care about his result, and I'm sure he did really, but it wasn't about the result, it was about giving a show. And there is no doubt that Alexei Dengin gives a show. The crowd very pleased with his interesting dismount. We have one more female climber. Let's watch that one more time. Just didn't catch that left hand right. Oh, lost his grip. And so we wait for our final female climber now. She took gold medal in Korea. She took gold medal in China. She took gold medal in Italy, and she took gold medal in France. Her only slip up, 8th place in Switzerland. Could it be 5 golds out of 6 for Maria Tolokanina? Only one way to find out, folks. Stick with us. Tolokanina tying in now. If you are just joining us, a very warm welcome to Denver, Colorado in the United States of America. You are tuned in to the season finale here in the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup. It's the men's and women's lead finals. And that is our final athlete for the ladies competition. That is Maria Tolokanina. We still have one more man to climb. Hyung Park will be out next. But first, Maria Tolokanina decides her result as she begins climbing on this ladies' route. Current standings in the women's competition are as follows. 7th place, Okdo Song. 6th place, Sina Goetz. 5th place, Mira Alonso. 4th place, Marion Thomas. 3rd place, Laura von Almen. 2nd place, Emma McSwiggan. And 1st place, Yun Tion Shin. Yun Tion Shin just missing out on the top, timing out at clip number 10. 11 clips in total for this ladies' route, and 8 minutes of time allocated to them to try and climb it. Reaches up with that left hand, inching towards clip number 2. There it is, clip number 2 made. Into the figure 4 with the left leg over the right hand. Reaches up for that next position on the volume. There's a pentagonal volume there. Makes the clip. Reaches up with her right hand. Nine seconds remaining. 9 seconds remaining. What am I talking about? I'm looking at those split times. 9 seconds ahead of the pace is what I meant to say. Definitely getting ahead of myself here. Maria Tolokanina reaching up for that intellect hold. Takes that left hand, reaches across for the right. Five seconds ahead of the pace now. Reaches out to that box, clip number 4 there. Look at that, smooth as you like down onto that hold. gives number 5 a tap so that it swings back to her. Smart move by Tolokanina. That's clip number 5. Just behind the pace set by Yun Shin now. To be guaranteed with a win, she needs to top. Clip 6 made now. Maria Tolokanina moving out to that right hand side of the hexagon volume. Maria Tolokanina places the right leg over the left hand, reaches up for that intellect hold. Such a small athlete, she can fit into those smaller spaces. Makes clip number 7. We will have Emma McSwiggan on the microphone shortly for a quick chat. If you have any questions or comments for Emma, then get them in now. Maria Tolokanina reaches up again, this time heading towards clip number 8. Look at that, so smooth as she flicks that right leg over the right hand into the figure 9. So much time left on the clock. Uses that quick draw to her advantage, clips it over herself so that she can climb through it effortlessly without getting herself tangled up. She's just behind Yun Shin's time. But remember, Shin spent a lot of time resting up in that top section. Couldn't see the clock. Will Tolokanina make the same mistake? Or will she power on through and go for that top hold? Maria Tolokanina now, right leg over left hand. Makes clip 9. And this is it, folks. This is business time. Maria Tolokanina needs to give everything she's got. She cannot rest. She needs to get up there as quick as possible. That time is ticking down. She has less than 2 minutes remaining. The crowd are really getting behind her. She's been unstoppable all season. Can she finish it with a gold medal? That's clip 10 made, but it's a top that she needs if she wants to be guaranteed the win. Takes a second to shake. She's going to have to build that left foot higher. There it is. She lines it up. Oh, and she touches the hold, but doesn't catch it. But by touching that hold, she has won. Yun Shin didn't touch that hold. Maria Tolokanina does. And that, assuming the judges agree with me, guarantees Maria Tolokanina a gold medal, her 5th of the season. Absolutely amazing stuff for her. What a season. Year after year after year, she's been competing for 17 years and yet still is at the top of the game. Steady on. Hello, welcome to the booth now, Emma McSwiggan of Ireland.
Hi, Liam.
Hi, Emma. Another medal.
Yeah. I think I finished 3rd. We'll have to wait and see what the final results.
Yeah,
but
I think you owe everyone an apology.
Yeah.
For putting us through so much. You climbed so slow. I saw the look that your coach gave you.
Yeah.
You climbed so slow, and the whole time you were making up time, and then in the dying seconds of your attempt, made that 8th clip.
Yeah, well, actually, the the start of the climb, I was slow enough getting started.
You were.
I just didn't have as much energy as I did this morning, and then I made a bit of an error. On near the top of the vertical wall, I couldn't read exactly how to do the move, and I was doing figure 4 in the volume. My feet were too high, but I just couldn't see how to do it. So I spent a long time there. You know, I didn't want to fall there, so I took my time, and that cost me a lot. And I got pumped then from there before I even got onto the volumes.
Well, we can see you here, and you did look a little pumped, but honestly, I have no doubt that you were going to keep going. You have such incredible strength and such incredible stamina, and after that slow start you started to really accelerate, and that's where things got really exciting. I have never heard a crowd cheer as loud when you made that 8th clip. They were so excited.
Well, the atmosphere here is just incredible. Like, the crowd getting behind us so much on every move, and I've never experienced anything like before.
So many people, as always, getting behind you on that live stream. So many people really impressed with your performance. The McSwooners out in force. People saying that you've done us proud. People saying that they were so impressed. Is there anything you'd like to say to the fans here and the fans at home?
I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's been following ice climbing and tuning in, and everybody back at home and everybody in Korea, and my friends that came here as well, especially for this competition. It means so much to me, so just thank you for everyone. I think it's probably very late now back home, so people
it's
are...
about 2 a.m.
Oh, is it? Oh. So thanks for everyone who stayed up late to watch this.
Well, you've done us proud, like we said, and we're really impressed with how you've performed this season. We're delighted that it is another medal for you here in Denver, and we can't wait to see you compete next year for the 2020 season. Will you be back?
I'd say I will.
Excellent. There you go, folks. You've heard it here first. Emma McSwiggan will be back in 2020 for another sensational year of ice climbing. Emma, go and enjoy the rest of the finals, and we'll see you for a proper interview down there before the podiums.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Liam.
Emma McSwiggan there of Ireland, 3rd place here in Denver, Colorado. You want to talk about cool? You want to talk about Hyung Park? Did you see the attitude with which he came out of that isolation tent? That guy means business. He's got to climb fast if he wants to win here. Yannick Lattard set the standard with a top in the fastest time that we've seen so far. Nikolai Kuzovlev almost beat him, but was 11 seconds too slow. While Ema and I were talking, I did see the replay of Maria Tolokanina, and you guys will have seen it too. She didn't manage to touch that last hold. She actually ended up with her axe in the wood. However, due to the ranking from the semi-finals and the fact that they're tied, she wins ahead of Yun Seon Shin. So it was a tie in the finals for Yun Seon Shin and Maria Tolokanina, but it's Tolokanina that takes the gold medal here. Yun Seon Shin with the silver, and Ema McSwiggan with the bronze. Hyung Park of Korea, the Korean Ice King, makes his way up now past clip number 5 towards the intellect holds that stand by clip number 6. Hyung Park makes clip number 6. Lines up for that dyno. He's off! Oh no! Oh, Hyung Park is off, and that means that Yannick Lattard is guaranteed gold medal. That was not the ending we were hoping for, and I know that Hyung Park will be disappointed there. What a shame. Hyung Park didn't manage to stick that dyno, and we saw several athletes going with 2 hands and sticking it, and several athletes going with 1 hand and not sticking it, and that is such a shame for Hyung Park. No gold medal for the Korean Ice King. In fact, no medal at all. Let's see that one more time. Oh, just couldn't quite hold the grip. So let's take a look at the provisional results. So, first results, we should have... Oh, look at that. Hyung Park seems to be going again. He wants to go again. Those are the results. 8th place for Rok Do Song, 7th place for Sina Goetz, 6th place for Mira Al Honsro, 5th place for Marion Thomas, 4th place for Laura Van Almen, bronze medal in 3rd for Emma McSwiggan, silver medal 2nd for Won Seon Shin, and gold medal for Maria Tolokanina. Amazing work for her. Hyung Park wanting to climb on, try that dyno again. He's not satisfied. Doesn't get a second attempt, but he doesn't care. He wants to do it anyway. Let's have a look at those men's results. 8th place, Kihado Kadota. 7th place, Naton Claire. 6th place, Young Kye Kwon. 5th place, Alexei Dengin. 4th place, Hyung Park. 3rd place and bronze medal for Valentin Sipovin. 2nd place and silver medal for Nikolai Kuzovlev. 1st place and gold medal for Yannick Glatzard. I'm going to go down there now and grab interviews with the podium winners. So do stick with us so you can get to hear what they have to say. While I go down there, you guys can watch the speed highlights from yesterday's competition. He's got 3 medals already this season, Nikolai Kuzovlev, and he's way ahead of Bufar, who falls. Kuzovlev 7.25, then Bufar, who will take silver medal. There he goes, just needs to top. There it is, Nikolai Kuzovlev takes gold medal here in Colorado. Denver, Colorado, the 6th and final round of the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup. Kurajari giving everything that she has on that right-hand side, but Tolokanina's ahead. Tolokanina just needs to keep it together. Kurajari doing everything that she can, and it's 9.82 for Tolokanina. Oh, and a fall! Maria Tolokanina now running on that right-hand side, moving really well. Just needs to finish to take the gold medal. There it is, 14.46 seconds, and it doesn't really matter what that time is. Maria Tolokanina takes her 2nd gold medal of the season.
Oh, test.
So we're here, we're live, we're in the field of play, and in front of me, or rather next to me, I have none other than Yannick Glatzard of Switzerland. Yannick, talk me through that.
It was just crazy. After my semi-final performance, I was very unhappy, and so I had nothing to lose. I focused on the route. On the preview, it just looked great. And so I went in, found very quickly my focus, and could go my speed, what I was able to. And then, the dynos were pretty cool. I like it. Then it's nice that there are also some sketchy parts. And then just the last move, crazy. It just felt okay.
After climbing 2nd, you then had a long wait after topping. And of course, Nikolai Kuzovlev, definitely capable of getting there just as fast as you, if not faster. How nervous were you?
More nervous than I was climbing. When I was climbing, I was very relaxed. But when Kuzovlev climbed, I was super nervous. I was just checking the live stream, my run, and watching how was the time on my level, and now the time on his level. But congratulations to Nikolai, very fast.
It was really, really an incredible final and a performance from both of you, and I'm excited to hear how he feels. But one thing that was really incredible here and so unique to Denver so far this season, and actually in the history of ice climbing, was those lot. The noise that they made when you jumped off the top of the structure was insane. How was it for you as an athlete?
It was just amazing. All the pressure just went down. I just enjoyed it through my whole body. It was crazy. Even when I still was in the focus, it was amazing.
2 gold medals. I mean, how does that feel?
Even better. After the 2 middle-sized comps, Raunstein and Champagny, I was very happy to bring back what I can do.
Yannick, that's brilliant, and we're super grateful for you joining us here, and we're so grateful for your athletic performance. It's been a pleasure to watch you this season. Both gold medals done in fine style. Can't wait to see you back in 2020.
For sure.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you to Yannick Guitard. And now we have the ladies winner, Maria Tolokanina of Russia. Stand right here. We do have Olga Kozak as well to translate. Thank you so much. Maria, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That was so close. It was actually a tie. Did you know that it was going to be so close?
Ты знала, что это будет так близко между тобой и Шмун? Нет, совсем не ожидала.
No, I was just thinking about my time.
And then when you actually got up there, you didn't quite hit the hold. Did you think that you'd done enough, or were you not sure?
Ты была 100% уверена, что ты сделаешь вот прыжок, или вот так? Я очень хотела его сделать, не достала совсем чуть-чуть, поэтому мне очень обидно.
I really want to make this jump, but it was not so. I got like really tiny difference between the hold and my Isaac, so it was very close to this.
Out of a possible 6 gold medals this season, you took 5. We've talked about it already, but what do you do to stay at the top of your game for so many years and still be at the top of the game, you know, the best that there is, so consistently?
В этом году ты взяла 5 золотых медалей из СМ. Как ты делаешь, что ты остаешься в топе? Как бы вот ты выступаешь 20 лет уже, ты остаешься все время в топе. Как ты это делаешь?
Я много тренируюсь и не сплю.
I trained a lot and I didn't sleep.
Well, listen, Masha, it's been an absolute pleasure to watch you this season, so thank you from us and from everybody at home.
Спасибо тебе за выступление.
Спасибо большое. Thank you.
So that is Maria Tolokanina, our overall gold medalist and gold medal winner here. Enjoy the podium. Absolutely amazing finale. I'm sure you guys are going to agree with me. It's been a stunning season. Before we go to the final podiums, why not take a look at the whole of the season in a very short review. Tolokanina just needs to hold it together, 7.8.1, and it's Tolokanina that takes the first gold of the season. Because of where is faster. Oh no, it's another stumble and Nemov takes the gold. Looks at that left hand. Oh, she sticks it! Falls! But that was a very aggressive fall. That was first place. First goes in, second goes in, and there it is. Oh my gosh, 1 minute 30 left on the clock. Shaver around that middle zone, not stumbling, and although Feoktistova takes the win there, blisteringly fast, almost there. It looks like he's going to keep going. It's not a sub 6, but it's fast enough, 7.76 seconds. Top click, and there's the match, ladies and gentlemen. Maria Tolokanina in fine style. Hits the hold, there it is. Gold medal guaranteed for Nikolai Kuzovlev. The head barely moves, but that shoulder explodes, and it's another sub 10 second. So fast through that bottom section, accelerates through the top. 7.60, look at that! Takes the left tool, already on there.
And
right
we
tool.
have a first top. He's going directly for the top line!
18th fade! Yannick Guitard's got a double, and there it is! just keep it together. She hasn't realised it, she probably has now. But as long as she finishes, that's a gold medal for her. Nemov pulls away, it's going to be so close. Another slip from Nemov. Sukarev got his tool stuck, he's going 100. It's not the fairy tale finish that we were hoping for, but it is a gold medal for Maria Tolokanina. There's the right hand, and Nikolai Kuzovlev tops. Tanya Savitskaya takes the top in just under 10 seconds. Sukarev advancing now. Oh, it's close, he's left his 2-0. Yemov takes the gold medal. Road drag is so intense, the time's up and it's not going to count. 5 seconds remain. Oh, and he catches the top hold and misses it. He goes flying, Tool goes flying. So those were quick interviews with our two winners, Yannick Glattard and Maria Tolokanina. Amazing efforts from both of them. Great to see them both on that top spot. And in just a few minutes' time, we will have the medal ceremony. You can see the athletes preparing for that medal ceremony. What a sensational final it was. Hope you guys enjoyed it at home as much as we did here. While we wait for those medals, I'll take an opportunity to say a big thank you to our title sponsors this year, Outdoor Research, to our broadcast partners, QTV Sports. Without either of those, this competition would not be possible. We're very, very grateful for the support that both bring. Big thank you to Visit Denver and the responsible parties here in Colorado for making this competition happen. It's been an incredible season finale, the 6th and final round of the World Cup, the 2019 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup season. We still have one more competition remaining in the calendar. It's the World Championships in Kirov in the first weekend of March. We still have the World Youth Championships next weekend in Oulu, Finland. We still have the podium ceremony, which takes place in just a few moments' time.
Where you want me to toss this one, Ron? In my backpack? Alright. All these just go right here.
So let's take a look while we wait for this podium to get going. Let's take a look one more time at those winning climbs from Yannick Glattard and Maria Tolokanina, and there'll be two very different pictures. Of course, Yannick Glattard, our second athlete out, had that daylight. Maria Tolokanina climbing in the dark. Just being told that actually we don't have those replays, you'll have to excuse me. Also just receiving some more information, which is absolutely incredible news for the climbing community. The critically acclaimed and publicly acclaimed documentary Free Solo featuring Alex Honnold has just won the Oscar for Best Documentary. Absolutely incredible news and an amazing achievement for the climbing film and for the climbing community. Just to clarify that, Free Solo, the recent film featuring Alex Honnold soloing on El Capitan, has won the Oscar for Best Documentary. Amazing work to Alex, to Jimmy Chin and team for that incredible achievement. And so we're ready now with the podiums. Third place and bronze medal goes to Marion Thomas of France. Silver medal and second place, her first ever speed competition, Coralie Jarry of France. No surprises. First place, gold medal goes to Maria Tolokanina of Russia. Amazing work from Maria Tolokanina, taking the gold medal here. We will now have the Russian national anthem. So there was the Russian national anthem, and that win here puts Maria Tolokanina second overall by a mere 5 points behind Ekaterina Kosheva. 2 gold medals in the speed this year and 1 bronze for Maria Tolokanina sees her in second place behind Ekaterina Kosheva. Natalia Savitskaya in third place. We'll now have the men's speed podium. Before we do, let me quickly give you the overall standings in the men's speed. 5th place, Vladimir Kartashev, 241 points. 4th place, Anton Sukharev, 327 points. 3rd place, and an overall bronze medal for Vladislav Udalov, goes 361 points for him. 2nd place here, that win doing him massive favours, Nikolai Kuzovlev with 365 points, but 1st place overall this season is Anton Yemov of Russia. Dmitry Grebennikov takes bronze medal in the speed competition. David Buffard of Canada takes the first ever speed medal in a World Cup. Silver and 2nd place for him. His 1st place and gold medal, the dominant Nikolai Kuzovlev. We now have the Russian national anthem. An emotional podium for the Russians. Nikolai Kuzovlev taking the overall 2nd place, but gold medal here in the speed. And a spray of champagne. No surprises. Oh, Peter Muir getting some in the face there. North American representative for the executive board. And General Secretary. Treat yourselves, lads. Great work from our athletes there. Third place and bronze medal, Dmitry Grebennikov. Second place and silver medal for Dami Mufar. First place and gold medal for Nikolai Kuzovlev of Russia. And just to recap those overall standings, bronze medal goes to Vladislav Yudlov. Second place, silver medal goes to Nikolai Kuzovlev and Anton Yemov, the overall winner in the speed. We're going to have the lead medal podium now. First we'll have the women, then the men. And I'm looking at the rankings overall, and I can tell you the following to be true. Emma McSwiggan has bumped herself into third place. The podium as you see it is actually the overall podium rankings as well. Bronze medal for Emma McSwiggan. Third place overall as well with 280 points. Hyun Shin there with a silver medal and second place. Amazing work from her, and she's in second overall with 420 points. But it's first place and gold medal both here in Denver and in the overall standings. 80 points clear of her closest competitor. 500 points, the perfect score for Maria Tolokanina. Unstoppable this year. And now for the third time we'll have the Russian national anthem. Amazing work for Maria Tolokanina. 5 gold medals this season, 500 points. She's the winner here in Denver, and she's the winner overall. Hyun Shin in second, silver medal. Emma McSwiggan in third for the bronze. And here they come, folks. Our lead podium this evening. Third place and bronze medal goes to Ukraine's Valentin Sipovin. Excellent work for him. Great return to form. Second place and silver medal. Only one person has beaten him this season, and he's beaten him twice. Nikolai Kuzovlev on the second place podium. Silver medal for him. And by a margin of just 11 seconds, Yannick Glatard takes his second gold medal of the season, and in doing so cements a bronze in the overall rankings. Look at that, Kozlovlev says. It's you and me, kid. Between the two of them, nobody is better this year. And while we wait for that medal to be presented, I can tell you that third place overall is Yannick Gotthard. Second place overall for the season, Hyung Park. First place overall for the season, Nikolai Kozlovlev with 480 points. And now we'll have the Swiss national anthem. And there it is, gold medal, Yannick Gotthard of Switzerland. And there are your podium places, one more time. Third place and bronze medal for Valentin Sipovin. Second place and silver medal for Nikolai Kozlovlev. And first place and gold medal for Yannick Gotthard. They leave the stage now. And we will have our overall podiums in Kirov, Russia, where we will have all of our athletes. And so that finishes our broadcast here, and that finishes our season here in Denver, Colorado. One more time, a big thank you to Outdoor Research, without whom this tour would not be possible. A huge thank you to our broadcast partners, QTV Sports. Thank you to the UIAA and all of the local organisers for putting on such wonderful competitions. Thank you to the athletes for their incredible athletic performances. Thank you to the crowds for their emotion. Thank you to you guys at home for your involvement. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always, to be involved in this tour, and I hope that I'll be back next year. From Denver, ladies and gentlemen, it's good evening from me, Liam Lonsdale. Whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, do it safely and do it with heart. Good night.